Welcome to the deep dive. We've sifted through your sources, extracted the critical insights, and, well, we've packaged them up so you can get the knowledge you need quickly and thoroughly.
Today, we're focusing on a city that is less of a tourist destination and maybe more of a total immersion experience. Coimbra, Portugal. It's perched, dramatically on this steep hill right above the Mondego River.
And the whole city is just utterly dominated by its academic traditions.
Completely.
It's not just picturesque either. Since 2013, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. But the designation isn't really about the pretty buildings.
No, it's not. It's praised specifically for how it combines that historical monumentality with this incredibly unique and vibrant academic life.
So our mission today is to go beyond that postcard image. We've got sources on the university, its incredible library, even the strange preservation techniques it uses.
And the student rituals. We really need to uncover the surprising mechanics that keep its history, its priceless books, and its whole identity alive.
Okay, let's unpack this. Let's start at the very top of the hill, which is the literal and, I guess, the intellectual heart of the city, the University of Coimbra.
Right, or UC. What's so fascinating here is that the university was founded way back in 1290. That makes it the oldest in Portugal and one of the oldest continuously operating universities anywhere.
But it wasn't always in Coimbra, was it?
No, its identity was really forged in 1537. That's when it moved permanently from Lisbon and settled into the old royal residence, the Alcazaba Palace.
And that relocation is absolutely key. It wasn't just a move, it was a physical occupation of the seat of power. The university became this kind of academic citadel.
That's a perfect way to put it, an academic hill. And that focus really dictated the city's intellectual life for centuries. I mean, today UC has 8 faculties, everything from economics to sports sciences. But historically, the real weight was in law and medicine.
Sure, because those were the schools training people for the empire.
Exactly, the colonial administrators, the judges, the doctor.
And you still see that institutional pride everywhere, don't you? Especially in the faculty colors.
Oh, absolutely. The academic dress, the black suit and cape is the base, but the colors are the visual shorthand. Law is this vibrant red, medicine is a strong yellow, humanities is dark blue.
And they use them in ribbons and emblems. It turns the whole thing into this amazing visual spectacle.
It's a tradition that defines the social hierarchy, too. I mean, if you look at the famous alumni, you see the direct influence. The national poet Luís Vaz de Camões, the Nobel Prize winner Egas Moniz. For a long, long time, Coimbra wasn't just a university, it was the only intellectual game in the Portuguese-speaking world.
That's a massive cultural footprint. Okay, so let's move to the university's architectural crown jewel, the place where all that intellectual history is physically stored. The Biblioteca Joanina.
The Joanina Library. It's a masterpiece of Baroque architecture. It was commissioned by King John V and finished around 1728. People often say it's one of the most beautiful libraries on the planet.
And inside, the grandeur is it's overwhelming. You're talking about 3 magnificent rooms with these huge decorated arches and walls just lined with 2-storied shelves.
Made of gilded and painted exotic woods, mostly Brazilian.
Right. And the ceilings, painted by Lisbon artists, they're these spectacular frescoes. The collection has somewhere between, 70,000 and 300,000 volumes.
Yeah, the numbers vary, but they're mostly from the 16th to 18th centuries. So the real challenge is, how do you keep these priceless, delicate books pristine 3 centuries later?
Without modern climate control.
Exactly. The library itself was designed to be a perfect vault.
I've heard the preservation techniques here are legendary. But how does a building that's almost 300 years old handle humidity and pest control, especially in Portugal's climate?
Well, that's where the architectural genius comes in. The structure itself is the climate regulator. Those exterior walls are astonishingly thick. Our sources say 2.11 meters.
Wow, that's over 6 feet thick.
And the main door is heavy teak. So this massive thermal mass acts like a natural insulator, keeping the environment remarkably stable all year round. About 18 to 20 degrees Celsius and 60% humidity.
Which is perfect for the wood and the paper.
It's ideal.
So they built it knowing the walls would do that. That's extraordinary. But what about insects? The paper-eating ones, the paparophagos, they must be the #1 enemy of any old collection.
Absolutely. And while the oak wood of the shelves is a natural repellent, Coimbra uses a much more organic solution, a completely low-tech solution to pest control. And this is the big aha moment.
This is where the bats come in.
This is where the bats come in. The sources confirm it. The Biblioteca Joanina is one of only 2 libraries in the world. The other is at Mafra Palace. that relies on a thriving colony of bats.
A literal colony of winged guardians living inside one of the world's most beautiful Baroque buildings. That is just mind-blowing. So what's the routine? They're just flying in and out at night.
Pretty much. They sleep up high during the day. At night, they come out and they eat all the paper-eating insects. They do the job of modern chemical sprays.
And the human staff just cleans up after them.
That's the deal. Every single evening, workers cover the lower tables and credenzas with these big leather sheets to protect them from the guano. Then in the morning, cleanup begins.
It's this beautiful, if slightly messy, ecological contract. You trade a little guano for perfectly preserved 17th century books.
It's incredible.
It's hard to imagine going from that silent, sacred space, with workers quietly cleaning up bat droppings, to the sheer explosive noise of the student culture that takes over the city streets.
And that's our transition. We move from preserving texts to preserving identity. Coimbra's students aren't just going to class. They're part of this highly ritualized, centuries-old social system called the prax.
Praxis. This sounds like it's much more than just hazing.
Oh, it is. Prax is this elaborate, often theatrical code of conduct and hierarchy between the freshmen, the caliros, and the older students, the tutors. These rituals are loud, they're chaotic, and they are completely public.
And the sound of this student life is often the Fado de Coimbra, the song of the city.
Yes. But unlike the Lisbon Fado, Coimbra Fado is exclusively sung by men. It's a very formal, academic, and emotional tradition. And crucially, the singers wear that iconic academic uniform.
The black suit and cape.
The black trousers, cassock, and the black cape. It's usually performed at night with great solemnity on the steps of the old cathedral, the Sé Velha.
And what's really crucial here is that the black cape wasn't just for show, it was also a shield. During the Salazar dictatorship, Fado singers used those ballads as a potent form of political intervention.
The sources really emphasize this deep link between tradition and dissent. That black uniform gave them a degree of anonymity, a kind of institutional authority, letting them criticize the regime through song. It turned the serenade into a revolutionary act.
It shows that these ancient rituals aren't static. They're living things.
Exactly.
And the most traumatic time for all this tradition has to be the Queima das Fitas, the ribbon burning.
This is the massive, week-long graduation celebration. It's described as one of the largest student festivals in Europe. It runs for 8 days, one for each faculty, starting the first Friday of May.
And the central ritual is literally burning the ribbons of their faculty color.
Right, symbolizing the dramatic end of their studies. But the high point is the corteo, the huge parade. Graduating students are loud, theatrical, they wear top hats, carry walking sticks, and the floats aren't just celebratory.
No, they're public soapboxes. Students use placards to deliver these ironic, scathing criticisms of their professors, the education system, even national politicians.
It's a magnificent display of institutionalized irreverence, The city just tolerates and expects this satirical release.
But if you're a freshman, you get the fall welcome, the Festa das Latas, the Tin Can Festival.
The latata, the noisy initiation. This is the freshman reception. The caliros have tin cans tied to their legs, creating this deafening rattle as they parade through the city in silly costumes.
And just like the seniors, they carry ironic placards of protest.
And this whole parade culminates in what they call the baptism, right? The immersion in the Mondego River.